The universe is a place of incredible beauty, but it is also a realm of unimaginable violence. Stars, those brilliant points of light in the night sky, are far more than mere lights. They are massive nuclear furnaces, engines of creation and destruction, balancing on a razor's edge between life and death. For millions or even billions of years, stars fuse hydrogen into helium in their cores. This fusion releases enormous amounts of energy, which pushes outward, counteracting the inward pull of gravity. This delicate balance keeps a star stable, allowing it to shine steadily for eons. But stars are not eternal. Eventually, the hydrogen in the core begins to run out. For smaller and medium-sized stars, like our Sun, this process is gradual. They swell into red giants, fusing helium into carbon and oxygen, and then quietly collapse into white dwarfs, silent, dignified death. But for stars, many times the mass of the Sun, their endings are anything but quiet. Once the hydrogen is exhausted in these massive stars, gravity gains the upper hand. The core is compressed under an enormous weight, heating to hundreds of millions, even billions of degrees. Fusion begins to race through heavier elements at breakneck speed. Carbon fuses into neon over centuries. Neon burns into oxygen in a single year. Oxygen becomes silicon in months, and silicon finally turns to iron in just a day. And then, the end. Iron is a dead end for fusion. It cannot release energy, no matter how much pressure is applied. Without the outward push from fusion, gravity crushes the core with unstoppable force. The core implodes, and the laws of physics are pushed to their extreme limits. Electrons and protons are forced together into neutrons, creating an object denser than anything we experience on Earth. A single teaspoon of its material would weigh billions of tons. This is the birth of a neutron star, a monster born from stellar death. In a sphere no wider than a city, matter denser than the Sun itself is packed to perfection. The surface temperature can reach millions of degrees. The gravity is so strong it bends light. And if it were even slightly denser, it would collapse into a black hole. But the story doesn't end there. The outer layers of the star, falling inward at a quarter of the speed of light, collide with the incompressible core. This collision produces a shockwave so powerful that it blasts the outer layers into space in a supernova explosion, outshining entire galaxies. The elements within these explosions, gold, uranium, platinum, and many others, are scattered across the universe, seeding future stars, planets, and even life itself. In a very real way, everything around us is made from the guts of dead stars. Neutron stars themselves are extreme beyond comprehension. Some spin hundreds of times per second, creating pulsars, cosmic lighthouses that send beams of radio waves sweeping across space with perfect regularity. Others, known as magnetars, possess magnetic fields a quadrillion times stronger than Earth's, twisting space itself. Even more extreme are binary neutron star systems, where two neutron stars orbit each other, radiating energy as gravitational waves. Over millions of years, their orbit decays until they collide in kilonova explosions, releasing incredible energy and forging heavy elements once again. These collisions are not only destructive, they are the universe's ultimate creators, recycling matter to build the next generation of stars and planets. When we look at neutron stars, we see monsters of density, energy, and gravity. But we also see the ultimate cycle of life and death in the cosmos. Stars die to create monsters, and those monsters, in turn, build worlds. The iron in your blood, the gold in your jewelry, even the uranium in nuclear reactors, all were forged in the deaths of stars far larger and more violent than our Sun. In the end, the death of a star is not an end at all. It is a transformation, a violent rebirth that reshapes the universe. From the ashes of destruction, creation emerges. When stars die, monsters are born. And those monsters build the very universe we live in today.